What is up, Nerdy Squad? We're officially back with a brand new video, and if you're new to my YouTube channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. Working my way up the ladder, trying to reach 4,000 watch time hours and 2,000 subscribers. So please hit the like and subscribe button for me. So, I've been doing some thinking, man. I've been doing some thinking because next year is going to be a huge year for superhero movies in general. Whether you're a Marvel fan or a DC fan, you got Superman coming back to the theaters in his own movie. And then on the Marvel side, you have Captain America: Brave New World, and you have the Fantastic Four: First Steps. On top of that, you got the TV shows with Daredevil, Born Again, and I believe Ironheart coming out next year. So next year is going to be a crazy year for movies. But what I wanted to talk about is the MCU, most importantly, because they're going to have the most products dropping. Captain America: Brave New World drops on February 14th. I'm probably not going to catch it the night it comes out. I'll probably have to wait till a day later. And then you got Fantastic Four: First Steps coming out in the summer, I believe towards the end of July. And there's a lot of excitement around Captain America, even though there's been a lot of bad word of mouth behind the scenes because of the money that's been spent and all the reshoots they've gone through. A lot of people have been hollering on social media that Marvel is back. And I haven't been saying that, even though I've been excited to see the trailers. I have not been saying that because of the fact that I want to wait and see what Marvel is going to do going into the future, because they've brought back the two brothers, the Russo brothers, and they got Robert Downey Jr. back. He's playing the big bad villain now, as all y'all know. But I don't want to say Marvel is back. And I had a thought that, you know, I know we're getting Avengers Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday coming soon within the next, 2-3 years. And it's making me wonder if that is going to be a reset for the MCU, which was people have been saying. Are we possibly going to get the X-Men dropping anytime soon? Before those movies or during those movies? I can kind of see it happen during the movies because of the fact that, you know, they're still going to probably be in the whole multiverse storyline thing. But then again, it's like, could it happen before the movies? Because we're still in this whole multiverse storyline thing going on with Marvel, but they really haven't been taking really full advantage of it. The last thing that we saw that had anything to do with the X-Men was in, what was it? The Marvels movie, right? So, going forward from that, in my 2 cents, you know, I think that they should bring in the X-Men or maybe start to form the team once they get to, you know, Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars, whichever one comes first. I cannot remember. Because Marvel hasn't had anything really good going on since Avengers Endgame. That's been like the last big thing that they've had. Sure, you can throw out Spider-Man No Way Home, but that was one big nostalgia feel. If you take out everything that made it nostalgia, there really isn't a lot there that probably got our fans, that probably would have gotten fans excited, because there was a new story dropping every single time I turned around about who was going to be in the movie, about you know, what celebrity actor could pop in, and we didn't get any of that. Okay, so that movie was good, but it was one big nostalgia feel. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. And then you move forward with you know, with everything else that they've had with the TV shows, and nothing really has been popping that has really got Marvel fans excited to sit in these seats and watch a lot of these movies. And the TV shows really haven't been doing no much better. Now, I'm curious to watch Ironheart just because I do miss having Iron Man around. So it's going to be curious to watch that next year. But I'm starting to feel like unless we can get a full season of any of these TV shows and stop doing this 10 to 8 to 7 to 6 episode thing, Marvel should not be dropping TV shows at all, because that's a lot of money to spend on TV shows, yet we're not getting anything outside of you know, we're not getting anything. We're not getting no big storylines is what I'm trying to say here. We're not getting no big storylines. It's like, okay, this little storyline is going to end after the end of this 6 or 7 episode, and then we're going to move forward, and it's not going to be anything that is going to be, touching the big picture in the MCU. It's just going to be these little stories, and then that's just it. So, again, it makes me wonder, should the X-Men get pushed forward to really amp up the excitement for the MCU? I know right now, like I said, you got Captain America, you got Fantastic Four dropping next year. Those two topics have been the main two hot topics the fans have been hollering about for the past 4, 5, 6 months. But should we be getting the X-Men sooner rather than later? And, maybe they could do some small TV thing where they, push it over to the MCU, into the big picture, into the main big movies. I think that'd be kind of cool. But when it comes to that, I feel like if they're going to try and do a TV show that is going to, eventually be a bridge to the X-Men, this is just my personal thoughts, it's got to be a full season, 15 to 20 episodes. We can't do this 6, 7, 8 episode thing, because Marvel has been steadily pushing out big stories, but crunching them down into small stories to fit the TV shows, and it sucks. That's why I personally think they should do away with the TV shows unless they're going to do a big full 15 to 20 episode season. But like I said, when it comes to the main timeline in the MCU, we definitely need something to amp up the fans' excitement, especially going into the future of the MCU, because the only two things, like I said, outside of Fantastic Four and Captain America really is nothing. Nobody's excited for Ironheart. I don't know what other TV shows they have in the MCU pipeline that's dropping next year. Only one I've heard is Ironheart, but nobody's really excited about it. I know that the strikes pushed everything back, and fans have been patiently waiting to see what we're going to get. But, that's just my 2 cents. X-Men, should we be getting it sooner rather than later? And if they do, wait to put Wolverine, in the MCU for a good while. Let Scott be the leader of the team. Let him be the man, because we already got Logan being the man for the last 15 to 20 years. He's been the only one to get his own movies out of everybody. There hasn't been any standalone Scott movies. There hasn't been standalone Storm movies. Nothing. They've just made appearances in his movies, but nobody has gotten that big spotlight that he has gotten. So if they decide to bring back the X-Men anytime soon, whether it be before you get to the big Marvel superhero team-ups, Secret Wars, and Avengers Doomsday, if we get them before then, let it just be a slow build-up to get the team together. Maybe Scott could be the one to bring the team together. Just wait to bring out Logan. Let Scott be the man, and, just let them do their thing. Now, I do think that we could possibly be getting a new generation of actors to play the X-Men. I don't see it happening with bringing back the most recent former team to play X-Men, because of the fact that I could see Marvel saying, okay, we want to pick our own actors and our own actresses to be the new team for the X-Men going into the future. And they may pick young actors and actresses so they can really lock them in for the next 8, 9, 10 years. Who knows? Who knows? But I wouldn't mind them going a new direction with bringing in a new squad. Like I said, as long as we're getting a young team and that is focused on Scott being the leader and then the rest of the team filling out, I could see them going that route. That's something I would be more interested in seeing, rather than us getting, Logan or a new Logan taking up the mantle and just holding the spotlight for the next 5 or 10 years. So I do want to know y'all thoughts, man. Do y'all think that bringing the X-Men in sooner rather than later would it help the MCU or hurt the MCU? Post those comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you on my next video. 2,000 subscribers. Peace. I'm out.